Good evening everyone. My name is Dr. Saurabh Roy. So in this lecture we will discuss about the transmission line. Transmission line is a medium which are used to transfer the power from one point and to another point. So basically it consists of two conductors which is used to connect source to load. So transmission line problems we can solve basically by using EM field theory and circuit theory. Basically there are two types of transmission line. One is transmission line which are used for low frequency, means the transmission line which we are seen for electrical transmission, power transmission. Another type of transmission lines are there which are used for very high frequency, like coaxial cable, microstrip lines, which we have seen in our TV cable, dish TV. Whenever we connect our dish antenna to our source or TV station, so that time we have seen one type of transmission line. So those are the used for very high frequency. So basically there are two types. One is used for based on application. One is used for low frequency, high power. Another one is high frequency, very low power. So in this part we will discuss about the transmission line which are used for very high frequency application. So the types of the transmission line which are used for very high frequency, generally we have seen coaxial cable, microstrip line, parallel wire transmission line. So those are, apart from those three, there are another types of transmission lines are also used. So coaxial cable which are used in our daily life, we have seen in the coaxial cable which is used to connect cable TV. So those things, and those are the types of the coaxial cable. Another types of transmission line is the microstrip line. Another types of is parallel wire transmission line. So those are the different types of transmission line. Microstrip line which are used for the mobile phones to connect the phones to the antenna and other things. Those are microstrip line which have used for up to 3 to 10 gigahertz application. Then parallel wire transmission. So if you will see all the transmission line like coaxial cable, microstrip line and parallel wire transmission line, or are basically two conductor system. One is inner conductor, another one is outer conductor. So here we can see that this one is the inner conductor, then this one is the outer conductor. Okay, outside conductor or outer conductor, we can say that. Similarly, this one is the one conductor, another one is this ground is act as a conductor. So basically, and this also two conductor system. So all the transmission line whichever are used, so basically they are two conductor system. So for analyzing part, if we are analyze the two conductor system, instead of separate analysis for coaxial cable, microstrip line and parallel wire transmission line, then that analysis will be valid for all those cases. Okay, so first we are considering a two conductor system. So that is the length of the two conductor system, that is L length. Okay, so the length of the two conductor system is L. Now this is A dash is the source and B dash is the load end. Okay, so here we are applying at BP voltage, means at any instant of time we are considering the voltage is BP. So that voltage, whenever we are applying that BP voltage and the source end, that is A dash end, then no signal can transfer with a infinite speed. So when there must be some delay. So that delay is called transit time delay, because no signal can transfer at infinite speed. Whenever we are applying some voltage BP, so at same instant of time it will not reach at P point. Whenever BP will reach at B point, that is BP voltage will be at B point, voltage will be BP, then A dash point the voltage may be BQ, or there may be some changes in the voltage. So there must be some time to reach from A to B point, and that time is called transit time, and that delay is called transit time delay, because no signal can transfer at infinite speed to reach from point A to point B. Now the question may become, because if we will consider a normal circuit theory, then in the voltage there is no such voltage difference for the ideal conductor system. because this also conductor and conductor, whenever we are applying some voltage in BP point, so same voltage will reach, because as per our normal circuit theory. But here whenever we are considering the circuit theory or network theory, we are considering very low frequency, f equal to 50 hertz or 60 hertz. So at low frequency, that voltage, this lambda length or this lambda length, the value of voltage difference or this length is near about a 50 hertz, lambda is near about 6000 kilometer. Okay, so there is voltage difference between 2 points is very small. That's why in the low frequency analysis that difference is not calculated. But whenever we are moving for the high frequency, then there must be some voltage differences there, and if frequency is increases, then transit time effect will be increases. Okay, so at some so that transit time we can calculate is length divided by velocity. Okay, and that delay is called transit time delay. So if frequency increases, transit time effect will be increases. Now, so this is the one way, means why the voltage difference is seen in the place of transmission line or in transmission line, why there are voltage difference. So here voltage difference is related to the length. If length is increases, because transit time effect will be increases, because transit time effect is length divided by velocity. If length is increases, transit time effect will be increases. So if potential difference between 2 points are very less, means if in the length of the line or potential difference between 2 points is very less, then transit time effect can be neglected. Okay, so having circuit analysis, here we have seen the space, it is length. Space is a very important role or very vital role, and frequency also increases, transit time effect is more. So there are two conditions, one is the length, another one is the frequency. If length increases, transit time effect will increases. If frequency increases, transit time effect will be increases. Now if voltage difference between 2 points are very less, then we can ignore the effect of the transit. So now the question is why the voltage difference between 2 points. One way we have seen the signal is not reached, it takes some time from one point to another. Another way, in the circuit point of view also we can see why the effect is there or transit time effect is there. So now the question comes in your mind that how we can ignore the effect or transit time effect, how can we can ignore. So ignoring process is if the length of the line or if the time period of the signal, length of the line is very less, or time period of the signal is greater than the transit time, that is TR, then we can ignore the effect of the transit time. So T must be TR. If T is represent greater than TR, then TR we can represent L by length divided by velocity. Now T is the time period of the signal, T equal to 1 by f. So 1 by f is greater than length divided by velocity, or B by f greater than length, or B by f we can consider as a wavelength. So wavelength must be greater than length. If wavelength is greater than length of the line, then we can ignore the transit time. So in the low frequency cases, we have seen the wavelength value is very high. So that's why in the low frequency cases, the transit time effect is very less, or we can ignore the effect. But in the high frequency cases, transit time effect is more. So because the wavelength value is very less, so we cannot ignore the effect of the transit time. Now the point is why this transit time came into the picture, or why the voltage difference is there even though the system is a two conductor system. So that we can see that circuit analysis, whenever we will considering a small distance, so circuit analysis here where space has to be brought into consideration. So circuit analysis part, space will also come. So transit time delay, we can see the ignored by using a very small section. If length of the line is very less, then we can ignore the effect. Now the point is, even the smallest length, then why the voltage difference is there? Because it is a two conductor system. The answer is, whenever any current is flow through the line, a magnetic field is created. Due to that magnetic field, given the induction of the wire. Okay. So whenever any current is flow through this particular line, even there is no resistance, then also, or no inductance is present, then also due to the current is flowing through the wire with high frequency, then a continuous variation, a magnetic field is created along the wire. Okay. And due to that magnetic fields, changing of magnetic fields given induction of the wire. Similarly, separation of two wires. So here we have seen the two wires with dielectric medium. This separation is created this D, or separation is created the capacitance, and then not distributed at any point, because we cannot say that capacitance is in that point. That distributed throughout the line. So that's why that analysis is called distributed analysis. Okay. So that's why the name itself, it's distributed analysis. And if we consider a small length, then effect will be very less. Okay. So why even though it is a conductor system, then also resistance, inductance, capacitance and conductance effects is there. So we will see here how the inductance and capacitance is created. And we know that no conductor is ideal. So there must be some resistance is there, and there are some leakage current. That's why resistance, inductance, conductance and capacitance effect will be here, there. And they are not distributed at any particular point. They are distributed throughout the line. That's why that analysis is called distributed analysis. Now we'll see how the things is there. So we are considering very small length, that is del x length of the transmission line. So our main point is why even in small length in a conductor system, why the voltage difference is there, and what is the reason behind the voltage difference. So the thing is, whenever current is flowing through the circuit, that is a magnetic field is created. Those are red lines, those are the magnetic field. So, okay. So here we have seen how the magnetic field is created. So due to that magnetic field or continuous variation of magnetic field is there, which creates the inductance effect. Similarly, two medium or two conductor medium is two conductor is separated by the dielectric medium. So this is the dielectric medium. So due to this dielectric medium, and capacitance effect will be there. Okay. So here we have seen the inductance as well as capacitance, and no conductor is ideal, so there must be some resistance, and there are some leakage current will flow from one conductor to another conductor. It will create conductance effect. Okay. So thank you everyone. So in the next class we will go through the detail of the another portion.